Okay, we're recording.
Hello, people. Let me start my phone recording for some extra
Oh,
footage.
good idea.
Hey. So,
I guess you guys probably just heard another ad right there, I suppose. Probably. I sure hope Anchor is hearing us. I guess it's okay if not, because we'll have the audio from Zoom. But anyway, so podcasting is tougher than it seems. That's one big thing I've learned from this. And it's also easier than it seems. It's really confusing in that way. So for the first 15 minutes or so of the podcast we were talking about, most of it was just testing your patience and demonstrating why patience is so important in the Bible and in everyday life. So today we're going to be talking about some things about patience from the Bible, as we usually do around here, because we're a Christian podcast and the Bible is rather important.
We talk about the Bible.
Yes. And a lot of other things.
If I'm looking at three different things here, I've got my phone propped up on the computer right here, and then I've got Zoom right here, and then I've got the script right here. So I've got my eyes going three different places.
Yeah. Good thing about a laptop though, you can have several different screens running at the same time. It's just, or a computer, not a laptop, just any computer, but it's hard to look at any one very well if you do that. So
yeah.
It's nice to have several screens to look at stuff, or a phone or something like that, which I'm using right now.
Yeah. So I think we left off at where did we leave off at last time when we got cut off?
I think we were just talking about stuff testing our audience's patience. And
yeah.
I'm sure it was interesting. It was just we were trying to make a point with that. Or at least I thought we were. So, according to our very well planned script, we are going to start with Galatians 6:9. Where's Galatians? Oh, here it is. You want to read it?
No, you can. I'm still trying to get everything pulled up here.
Sure. Okay. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So this whole chapter is kind of important, but I don't know. Basically, the point he's making with that verse and the verses around it, kind of like we mentioned with Ecclesiastes, I forget where, but we were talking about like we should do good because that's the right thing to do, not just because we get rewards for it. And we're also we're also talking about that you need to have patience, particularly in like sharing the gospel, because with sharing the gospel you need to keep going and persevering, and because eventually you will be able to lead people to Christ if you keep going. I mean, it's possible you don't lead anyone to Christ, but just because you're trying is the best thing.
Yeah, patience is key when it comes to witnessing and discipling.
Right.
Whether it's you're waiting for forever for them to convert, or whether they're really testing your patience when you're trying to disciple them or witness to them. You know, they're really testing how your limits of your temper and your nerves. So
yeah,
it's kind of difficult, but I mean,
just if there's that one person you think you've been praying for them for years and they've just never gotten saved, just keep praying for them. They will be saved at the proper time according to God's plan. It may be a week from now, it may be a year from now, it may not be until the day I can't say it. How can I not say that?
You got this. You You got this.
The day they the day they die. That probably sounded terrible, but anyway, the last day of their life. I can say that. Southern accent. Anyway,
I understand.
I so ruined that point. I couldn't say those 4 words, and I ruined that whole point I was trying to make for a whole minute.
You're getting mad at yourself for trying to prove a point of patience.
Yes, I'm losing patience with myself.
You can't hardly talk.
I'm losing patience with myself. How is that even possible?
We're human. That's not an excuse, people.
Yep, that's how it's possible.
So, my phone's falling.
Okay.
So, back to Galatians.
Yes.
Better have patience with my phone. Back to Galatians.
Yeah. So, you want to sum that up?
Yeah. It's just saying that I completely lost what I was going to say. You want to try something?
So just don't get tired of doing what's right, just because it will be paid off in the end, whether for you personally, which it will, and also because if you're evangelizing and discipling, it will pay off for those other people in eternal life. So yeah, keep going. Yeah,
just keep going. You know, it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah. So our next passage is 1 Samuel 13. So
that's an entire chapter.
Yes. So do we want to go first? I say a verse, you say a verse, or?
Maybe we can just sum it up.
Yeah, it's kind of a long chapter. So biblical time, historical context. This is when Saul has reigned for 1 year, or rather 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. After he had reigned after Saul had reigned for 2 years, he chose.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Saul reigned 1 year, and when he had reigned 2 years over Israel.
So that's saying something happened in the last chapter or so about something that happened when Saul had reigned for 1 year, and then they're saying Saul reigned another year before the next things happened, and so at this point he had reigned for 2 years. Or that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
But anyway, so Saul gathered some men, and Jonathan commanded them, and they smote the garrison of the Philistines. And so, yay, they smote the Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of smoting or smiting. I don't know. Or maybe it's just my King James version, I don't know. But they like to do that a lot. So, yeah, I'm getting way too detailed into this.
Yeah.
So, but this is the basic story where Saul is waiting for Samuel before Saul does this sacrifice, and Saul gets impatient with Samuel, and because Samuel took a long time to get to wherever they were supposed to do it, so he went ahead and did the sacrifice himself, and which he was not supposed to do. So, let's see. Wait.
He made an unlawful sacrifice.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, sorry, I was looking in the wrong part of the chapter here. So
Hashtag
So Saul
Monday.
was waiting for the sacrifice. He waited 7 days according to the set time that Samuel had appointed, but Samuel was not where he was supposed to be at the end of the 7 days. So Samuel said it would probably take me 7 days to get there. It actually took him more than that. So Saul was getting impatient. And so he just said, "Oh, forget Samuel. Just go ahead and get the offering over with. Tired of waiting." And then so when Samuel got there, kind of got his hands stuck in the cookie jar, except he didn't know that's what he was doing at the time. He just was not wanting to wait any longer. Not that excuse what he did. But, so he did the sacrifice wrong, and then Samuel says, yes, God has appointed a new king. You're not going to be king much longer." So, yeah.
Yeah. See what happens when you
wrong.
get impatient? You do some wrong things.
Yeah. So Samuel basically said to Saul, "You wrong." Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
So yeah, impatience. Saul did the wrong thing because of impatience. Now, Luke 15. Prodigal
The
son.
prodigal son.
We won't run through the whole story because that's told who knows how many times. Our listeners have probably heard it, but we'll just run through it real quick. So, prodigal son. Son took his inheritance. He ran away. He spent his inheritance. He came back. His father still accepted him. His brother was angry, and the end.
So there's two types of impatience here. The first one is the son couldn't wait any longer, so he got impatient. So he couldn't wait any longer, so he took the money and ran.
Right.
And then
on the
at
bright
the
side,
end,
on the right side, though, he did not kill his father for the inheritance. He just took the inheritance and left.
Yeah.
Not that
so,
not that he's doing the right thing. Just
he's basically
he
wishing
could have
his
been worse.
father dead if he's already taking his inheritance.
Yeah.
And in the end, his brother got impatient, got angry, and what did he do?
Well,
he left.
Well, actually, the prodigal brother or the other brother?
The brother who actually stayed.
He wasn't so much as impatient as I don't know, jealous, I guess. I don't know. But the main thing is that the prodigal son was not wanting to wait for his money, but he went out and did dumb things with his money, which of course is a bad thing. But this is not the Dave Ramsey show, so we will not talk about that. But he did. The biggest patience is the father's patience, of course, representing God's patience, but with others. But so that's the prodigal son. You got anything else to add? Sum it up.
No, not really. I think you got it. Next up is Psalm 37,
7 through 9. Sorry, I just felt like I was kind of saying it all, and I wasn't letting you say anything.
No, it's fine. You did it. You did a good job. You did a good job.
Okay, so Psalm 37, 7 through 9. Psalm 37 is really a great chapter. We could do a whole episode on it, but we're just talking about 7 through 9 today. So you want to read it, or you want me to read it, or what do you want to do?
My computer is glitched right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to.
Okay, so I'll read it while you try to fix that. Okay, Psalm 37, 7 through 9. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Free not thyself in any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. So, we get to, So
Does
yeah.
wait patiently for him? Does that mean you shouldn't like rush your life to see God, or rush end times and tell everybody, oh, the end is coming. Oh, everybody's
Well,
burning down a bunch of buildings. The end is coming. Oh
yeah, I
no.
mean, you could, yeah, that would be a good way to think it.
And then
The way
you
I was
and then
getting
you
it
start.
is like, just like we were talking about earlier, you've been praying something for a long time. It, like, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. So if we think something has gone on a long time means nothing to God, really, because He's
Mhm.
timeless. So that,
He created time, so if he
yeah,
wants to make
yeah,
5 days into a minute, then
yeah,
I mean he can put 5 days into a minute.
yeah. So, I mean,
So.
yeah, like we were saying earlier, if you've been praying something for somebody or something a long time, just keep praying, because it might not be God's timing yet, but He will allow it to happen if at the proper time. Or, like, like all answers to prayer are either yes, no, or not yet. So, like, it may be not yet, it may be yes, it may be no. You just need to listen and pay attention to what God is wanting you to know, reading the Word and things like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, but of course, um, and of course, that's just the very first part of verse 7. So fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass. So that, of course, like, in other words, somebody is doing evil things now, but they're still doing really good. They'll get it at the right time. God will take care of them. Like,
Mhm.
vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. But so yeah, don't worry about evil people that are getting away with it, because God will take care of them at the right time, whether in this life or in hell. And so, verse 8, cease from anger, and verse 8, wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So again, don't be angry. Don't do something evil because of your anger, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And of course, and verse 9 just kind of sums it up. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. So yeah, just wait. God will do what's right at the right time. So yeah. Wow, we're really burning through these. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our next one is 2 Samuel 4, 5, 4, 5, something. 2 Samuel what? 5, 4 through 5. Okay. So, okay. So all that says is David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron, he reigned over Judah. So he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and he reigned 30 and 3 years altogether. So there was a time where he just reigned over Judah, and then but most of it he reigned over all of it.
Mhm.
So those two verses don't really mean anything in themselves, but with the context and with what all happened at that time, the point is, how David for many years was running away from Saul, even after he had been anointed by Samuel as Israel's next king. So David had a lot of patience as waiting for God to have what he wanted to have at the right time, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's see. I think that was the last passage. I do want to,
Yeah. That was. Yeah. Yeah. That was the last passage.
before we end this segment, though, I do want to mention, of course, Job. Want to run through that real
Oh,
quick. So
definitely yes.
yeah, can't really do a thing about patience without Job. I guess we could mention Hebrews 11, but we're planning to do a whole podcast about that, so we might not mention that today.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Job, yeah. If you're still listening to us, yeah.
huge test of patience.
Yeah, if you're still listening to this podcast at this time, after we promised you that we would come back in a month and we didn't come back for two months, which means we were a month late, and we didn't even tell you that we were going to be a month late, you have the patience of Job. Not literally,
Yes.
but in the
Yes.
common saying sense.
And we thank you for that.
Yes.
You might get some free stuff in the future.
Ooh. If we ever find a way to start selling our T-shirts and our buttons and our stickers, plug.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're still listening at that point, you probably should. You probably earned it. And also, if you refer another person, I believe you emailed that out to people, right, or something.
Yeah.
We told people about it.
So if you share our YouTube channel with your friends, you will get a free button or sticker. So
Yes.
how we will do that, how we know is if we can't just go to YouTube Studio and see how many shares our channel has. So here's what we're going to do. You are going to email us once you're done sharing, like once you're happy with the amount of people that you've shared. You will share that number with us, and we will send with your address, and we will write that down, delete the email, and send you a sticker and some buttons.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably.
And then we'll burn that piece of paper so you can trust us.
Yes. Or if you want us to give your address, which you don't want us to, but yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, if you haven't signed up for our email list, make sure you do that. Can you tell them how to do that?
Yes. Just go to Gmail, sign into your Gmail account, click the +/compose button in the top left corner or wherever it is located on your device.
The Gmail app.
Yes.
Whichever you use.
And click the to bar in the tab and type in the random email 415@gmail.com. Once again, the random email 415@gmail.com.
Hey, that's my line.
You put in your email in the from tab, and then you put in a subject. That subject can be whatever you want. But
it can be no subject if that's what you want.
But please make it clear about what the email is about, like number of people I shared it with, or give me them buttons. No?
Well, I'd have to bleep that out. I don't know. Can we keep that? I think I might have to bleep you.
Or I want them stickers. So it can be, it just has to mention buttons, stickers, or YouTube shares.
Yeah. So, yeah. Even I understand those instructions, and I hardly even know what TikTok is, so, yeah.
And then you type in how many people you shared the YouTube channel with your address, and a picture of your social security card. Don't do that. and click send, and it will say sending ...
Yes.
And then sent, and then we will read that email, and then
it will also give you the option to undo, but don't do that.
Yes, please don't. So there is some clear play-by-play instructions on how to win some free buttons and stickers.
Yes.
Okay. You just have to share it with one person, and you will get a button and a sticker. So
also, if you share our podcast to somebody and they like the podcast and listen to the podcast, you get a button or sticker, both.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want
if we double in subscribers, so we have 10 subscribers now, so that's 20 subscribers. If we have 20 subscribers by the 4th of July, we will get ice water dumped on our heads. So that is how many days? It's
assuming we get this episode published on the 24th, that will be about a week and a half. So maybe we want to do it past the 4th of July. I don't know.
Yeah. By the end of July, then.
That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, we will get
make sure
water. Yeah.
So make sure you share it if you want to see us suffer.
Yes. If you like seeing people suffer, share our podcast or YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yes. And also, if you want to sign up for the email list, you can ask the random email 4and5@gmail.com, all lowercase, for that.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, so after that big lengthy plug, we will briefly mention the story of Job, and then we will get on with the rest of the show. I
So
think now would be a
basically,
good. Yeah,
here's a summary of Job. Sorry to cut you off, but
no problem.
I think our Zooms are delayed. But
Yeah.
here's the story of Job. Satan told God that they should test Job's patience and his faith towards God. And you know what God did? He killed Job's wife, burned down his house, killed all of his livestock, destroyed all of his crops, and killed his kids. And then Job lived on the street. But then Job kept praying to God, telling him that he loved him and how he will keep praying every day. And then he passed the test. And then what happened after that, William?
So then Satan said, "You take everything away from him, but if you harm him, he will fall. He will not bother." Then God said, "Okay, Satan, do whatever you want to him, just spare his life." So he got all kinds of boils and who knows what disease and unpleasantness. And then at least half of the middle of Job is just his friends and his wife saying, "Come on, Job, you trust God, just keep on going." And of course, there's the corny lesson about, yeah, you want to make sure you have friends like that. I mean,
Oh, wait, Satan didn't kill his wife.
no. His
Oh
wife
my goodness, that's saying something right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's saying something. It's just like Satan's just killing off everything Job loves, but then he skips over his wife and all the other angels or whatever. He's like, "Hey, Satan, you skipped his wife." He's like, "Oh, trust me, I know what I'm doing."
Actually, in Job, his wife actually says to just, "Come on, Job, God has done so many bad things to you. Just forget it. Just curse God and die." Yeah. And so, of course, Job doesn't, because he didn't die that way. And then half of Job is like his friends telling him, just trust God. He wouldn't do this without a good reason. And then at the end of it, Job gets like twice or three times or however many times as many children and goats and cattle and things like that at the end. So yay, happy ending. And Satan runs off to hell in shame. How could you have a happier ending than that? Unless you're Satan. So I think we're going to stop there for an ad break, and we will come back to you with either our Babylon Bee news segment or our good news article of the week. See you in a bit. We are back.
Welcome back. So, once again, I already said this on Anchor, but we are adding a new segment to the show, and if you're watching, it'll have some cool video side of it. It's called the Random Topic. I know everything that's other than the Bible on the show is random, but anyway, it's going to be called the Random Topic, hosted by yours truly. I'll just be talking about useless facts about one topic, like coffee, donuts.
I haven't heard him do it yet, but it sounds really interesting. Oh,
so, it's history. It's History 101 from Netflix, but it doesn't just cover the history of it. It just gives useless facts.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Useless facts are the most interesting ones, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have to remember them for a test. Like, you know, like, I don't know, but for me, reading a book is so much more enjoyable when you don't have it for a book report. Maybe that's just because you don't have to do the book report, but it just seems like reading the book is more enjoyable if you read it again after you've already done it for the book report.
Yeah, it's like if you have to read it, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But if you're reading it for enjoyment, it's fun.
Right.
It's like when your parents tell you to clean your room or do laundry, you're like, no, this is terrible. I don't want to do this. But then you just wake up one morning, you're like, you don't have to do laundry, but then you're like, hey, I'm going to do something nice today. And then it's fun because you get to make a game out of it. So, I mean, it's funny how the child mind works.
Yeah. We definitely have
Or
child
the
minds.
teenage mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I've got a map of the United States in front of me. I just looked at something and it looked like the Mississippi River didn't line up with the border between Louisiana and Mississippi for a minute. But it was actually just an interstate that looked like the river. Yeah, those are the things I think about.
mm-hmm.
Very interesting mind up here.
Welcome to the good news segment. Yet
Yes.
to be named officially, and yet to be officially named.
Yes.
This time we are going to be doing an article about a man who climbs into a sewer to save some baby ducks.
You know something that always confuses me? Why when people say bleh, they usually stick their tongue out. I do this too. It's just like, if you're being grossed out by something, you should keep your tongue in your mouth. That's just gross.
Because that just adds more gross on top of it.
Yeah. I mean, I usually do it too, not thinking about it. It's just like, why? I mean, if you're looking at something, if you're standing over a sewer, you don't want to stick your tongue out. That's just gross. But anyway.
A man in Jackson, Michigan rescued 9 ducklings trapped in a storm drain. Monica, I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm not going to even try it, but I'm just going to call her Monica. Monica said her mail carrier alerted her there were ducklings crying out from a sewer outside. She called her fiance Kyle Morgan for help. After prying off the manhole cover with the help of a neighbor, Morgan climbed into the sewer and saved the ducklings, put them in a tote of water, and saved the day. Yippee. Good job.
Yay, ducklings. You know what those ducklings need? Dawn. Mm-hmm. They go swell on a picture of it on the front of a Dawn bottle.
Good job, Kyle. Good job,
yeah,
Kyle.
Thank you. Good job,
Kyle. You saved some ducklings. Go bathe them in Dawn.
Yeah. I'm not going to read this thing, but I want to mention it real quick. It's very encouraging, I think. If I can find it again. Rats. Dang, I just had it here. Oh, come on. Rats. But basically, it was from the Jerusalem Post. It said that coronavirus is weakening and it may die out before the vaccine comes, which is, I mean, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really nice.
Yeah. Could actually go out and do stuff without worrying about wearing a mask.
Or suffocating in a mask.
Yeah. If you're in Virginia, you have to wear a mask. It's a law. I don't know what they do to you if you didn't, but I mean,
you have to be quarantined for 14 days, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah. But anyway.
Did you hear that Chuck Norris was exposed to COVID-19?
Didn't know Chuck Norris was still alive.
He is still alive, and he got exposed to COVID-19. The virus now has to be quarantined for 14 days.
Ooh. That might not be good. But anyway, so do we take a break or we just go right on to Babylon Bee?
Let's just go on through to Babylon Bee.
Okay. We need to come up with a catchy song for the Babylon Bee podcast, for the Babylon Bee segment.
Buzz, buzz. What's the buzz on BabylonBee.com?
Oh, I think I got something. What if we sang something to the tune of the Andy Griffith Show? I think there's something there. I think there is something there. But I can't get my thing to load. Can't get my Babylon Bee app. My Babylon Bee app. It's a spinny circle right now,
Oh.
but at least I have it. Come on. Fine, I'll go to the website. Oh, they have a website too, in case you didn't
Trump says those empty seats at his rally were actually reserved for Jesus.
know. Nice.
Oh, Twitter introduces new send mob feature.
Ooh, wow. Oh, Democrats clarify that Black Lives will only matter until November.
That's kind of mean.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's kind of wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. Yeah, very much so.
Trump announces he has hidden 5 golden tickets among stimulus checks.
Yeah, that was good. That was a couple months ago, but that was really good. Oh, experts warn of spike in dad jokes today. This one's good. I need to read this. It was on Father's Day, of course. But okay, in the U.S., wives, sons, and daughters all across the nation brace themselves for the one day a year they have to chuckle respectfully at all dad's jokes. Experts believe this year could be one of the corniest yet, with jokes ranging from puns to full-blown narratives that go on and on, only to end punning. We will see a huge spike if this is not contained, said one expert, Dr. Joe King. We recommend all families go into immediate lockdown and quarantine dad from as many people as possible. Fathers say they have been saving their very best jokes for this day. Hey, Dad, did you get a haircut? Asked teenager Charlie Spencer to his dad this morning. No, son, I
No,
got
I
them
got
all
them all
cut.
cut.
You're again. Get it? Get it? Get it? Oh, Father, yes. You made a play on words between the identical sounds of a haircut and a haircut, pretending that you understood me to ask if you got a single haircut. This humor derives from the fact that you ignored the obvious and linguistically accepted meaning of the phrase and feigned to misunderstand it to have a much narrower and less likely meaning. Good show, Father. The nation's fathers announced they would not let up tomorrow or the day after or ever.
Wait. Whoa, wait. So I think does Babylon B listen to our podcast?
I doubt it. Why?
Because remember when I told that joke early on when about Legos that are sharper and when you step on them they instantly kill you.
Yeah.
Remember that? Well, I just found a Babylon
So.
B article that says Lego introduces new sharper bricks that instantly kill you when you step on them.
Yeah.
I think they're listening right now. Babylon B, if you're listening.
I don't know. Lego pain when you step on them, that's a universal thing. I mean, as universals as Legos are, stepping on Legos and jokes about that are universal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, would be nice if they'd listen to us. It'd also be nice if they'd sponsor us. We could cut them a really good deal, like 13 CPM maybe.
Yeah.
And we'd always make sure you get a mid-roll. Or a pre-roll if that's what you'd rather do.
Abraham receives another bazillion tags for Father's Day.
Oh, that one was great. You want to read that one?
Huh?
You want to read that one?
Sure. Father Abraham has many sons, and because of this, he also receives many tithes every single year for Father's Day. Experts believe his sons are innumerable, outnumbering the sands on a beach or the stars in the sky, as are his tithes. I have more tithes than the stars in the sky, the exasperated patriarch proclaimed, as all the descendants over the centuries, both physical and spiritual, lined up to give him a tie. Can't someone just give me a fanny pack or some of those cool calculator watches, some cargo shorts, a nice barbecue grill? Enough with the ties already. Oy vey, whatever that means. Unfortunately for his multitude of descendants, Father Abraham also has a bazillion jokes.
Ooh, wow. Oh, here's a good one. Father's Day gift guide. Father's Day is in just 2 days, or it was just 2 days ago, depending on when you read it. But which means you probably still haven't bought your dad anything. Luckily, the Babylon Bee comes flying into your rescue like Superman. And then I don't understand the rest of that. Don't even mind this.
New Social Justice Study Bible replaces all mention of sin with
Ooh,
systemic oppression.
wow. Okay, so here's the list. A coupon redeemable for one sensible chuckle at his jokes. For the shopper on a budget, the only thing it costs you is your dignity. Lockable thermostat case. His eyes will tear up with joy when he sees this bad boy. Fully automatic duct tape assault rifle. Can repair over 350 common household problems a minute. Bacon wrapped bacon for the truly special father. A child who can hold a flashlight correctly. Give him the best gift of all. A new kid who can hold his flashlight at the right angle while he's trying to fix something. A light switch that shouts at people who leave the room without turning it off. This innovative new product will save both electricity and Dad's voice. High capacity cargo shorts. If they can't carry a full set of power tools and a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, why even bother? Sandals with built-in white socks. Save time, looks fashionable. A giant fanny pack to hold all his other fanny packs. Goes great with his sandal socks and cargo shorts. The best gift of all, a Babylon Bee subscription. Oh no, did you just read this whole article to find out that it's a trick to get you subscribed to the Babylon Bee? Well, actually, we just ran out of ideas after 9. But you know, if your gift hunt gets desperate enough, you know. They should have
Trump
given
threatens
us.
more plagues unless state governors let his people go.
Wow. Oh, AOC takes vow of silence to end racism, immediately gains bipartisan support.
I think we should end it right there
Yeah,
because we've got 50 minutes of recording.
yeah, I think our Zoom is about to drop out on us soon. So,
Yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, share our YouTube channel, share our podcast, subscribe to our podcast, turn on notifications on YouTube, sign up for our email list, and we will see you guys next week.
goodbye.